Hello, friends. How's it going? We're back. It's Tuesday again, which means happy hour time here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I'm your good friend Eric, sipping on a little whiskey. I got a few lined up for us tonight, as you can see over here. We'll get into that in a second, but good to see everybody and excited to be here for another Tuesday to have a few sips with some good whiskey folk. Talk whiskey, drink whiskey, all the whiskey stuff. Let's get into it, y'all. What's in the glass? Get at me. Looks like we got some folks in the chat already, which is always fun. Too slow, first one in. What's up, buddy? You need to be too fast, man. You got to change that name. You're always coming in a little early. Mr. French, right on his tail. See, you're serving up rye tonight. I am. I just happen to have a bottle of Russell's Reserve Single Barrel Rye by my side. Nice deal. That's a good one. Yeah, let me give you a little review of what's going on tonight. So last week, a friend of the show, Daniel, sent me a nice box of samples, including a bunch of Balcone stuff, but also included a couple different variations of the Willett 4-year cask strength rye. I got 3 of them poured out, so I'm going to drink all 3 of those. We'll talk about that. And then, as always, right around 9 o'clock, I'm going to be heading over to Telex's show, and it's going to be a fun one tonight. So we are going to be doing a joint review. We'll be checking out the Arran 21. He got a sample over to me in time. So once we're ready to go right around 9, we'll be doing a live sampling review together of this whiskey and hope to keep that up over the coming weeks. You know, this was really one of the goals Telex and I had laid out when we started doing these shows, 3-4 months ago now? And we really wanted to get to the place, but because of coronavirus, you know, where we could do all these reviews, we just weren't really able to get the whiskey to each other. But, you know, things are looking up a little bit around Philadelphia and around his area. And so we rolled the dice. We got some whiskey in our each other's hands. And we're going to have some fun reviews coming up over the next couple of weeks. So hope you guys can all join us tonight after the happy hour at 9. So here's what's going on tonight. As I mentioned, I got 3 samples from Daniel of Willett 4-year rye. I'm going to do, this is a 53.8%. We got a 55%, and we have a 55.8%. For those of you not familiar with Willett, this is what the bottle looks like. Willett Family Estates. They started putting these out in 2008. Not the easiest rye whiskey to come by. I think they started out with a bourbon. They had like a single pot still bourbon, really cool bottle, not great bourbon in my opinion. Their rye, however, is a real winner. So really cool looking bottles. They were doing 2, 3, and 4-year ryes, if I'm not mistaken. And they also had some older stuff, really, really hard to get and really expensive on secondary market, which was, I think, not actually their own distillate. It was MGP stuff. But these younger ones are coming straight from them. The distillery is in Bardstown. I had the pleasure to swing by there on my Bourbon Trail trip in 2019. Really cool place, great people, and got to sample some of their bourbons. So, or pardon me, and really sampled their ryes. So this is the one we're going to check out. This one is actually the newest. I can't believe I found a bottle of it. This is 56.4%. So we'll crack this some other time because I got 3 lined up and ready to go already. So that's kind of the rundown on Willett. I don't know if any of y'all have had any Willett rye before. Let me know in the chat if you're a fan. If you're not a fan, what you think. We're going to try some of the 4 years. I have not had the 4-year before. I have had their 2-year and their 3-year, not the 4. So this is going to be my first tasting of the 4. And I got 3, different ones with slight ABV variation to check out. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let me catch up on the chat before we get into that. Richie Z is in the house. Richie, what's up, buddy? Happy Tuesday. Lancho. Nice to see you, my friend. Folks saying hi to each other. We got Greg in the house. Greg Whiskey Reviews. 2 a.m. in Paris. Not sleeping yet, which might come in 30 minutes or so. Passing by to say hi. Hello from across the pond, Greg. Nice to have you swing by and say hi to everybody. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Who else we got in the house? Oh, man, the peeps are in. What's up, everybody? Good to see you all. Man, I look forward to every Tuesday just to chat with everybody, man. So this is super cool. Let me catch up. We got a big chat line coming up, man. This is awesome. We got 12 folks in the house. Super fun. Hey, it's Whiskey Ace. What's up, man? Been a while since I've seen you. Oh, no, I caught you on whose stream it was a couple weeks ago. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you, my friend. 101. Nice. Can't go wrong with that. Mark, what's up, buddy? Happy Tuesday from Philly to Vegas. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Dude, you're always dead on time every week. Yeah, man. I try to get every minute in before we head over and hang out with Telex, man. I really enjoy doing these happy hours with y'all. Good to see you, Daniel. I'll be checking out your Willets today. Looking forward to those. Nika from the Barrel and the Glass. Can't go wrong with that one, my friend. Cannot go wrong with that one. Donner Pass, what's up, buddy? You working? Andrew Page. Got a single cask Blair Athol in the glass. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Is that the 11-year signatory, if I'm not mistaken? I have never had it, but would really love to try that one at some point. Oh, man, Mark Stengel just went out and did some hunting and some shopping. Look what he's got. Old Forester 1920. Small batch 4 Roses. Wild Turkey 101. Man, you can't go wrong with any of those. Well done, sir. I'll be curious to hear what you think of that Old Forester. You might want to put a little water on that one. It comes in hot, but man, that is a delicious pour. I actually haven't reviewed that one yet, but I'm going to be getting to it eventually. I did find a bottle not too long ago, so it's been a while since I've had it, so I'm going to be interested in that one. Craig, too late to drink alcohol, but he can hear and talk about it. Right on, buddy, right on. Whoa, you found it in the wild? Uh-oh. And I'm, of course, eagle eyes looking for the new Lefroy Carchis. It is a port and red wine. And I try to get the Carchis as early as I can. It's one of my favorite yearly releases. I'll be curious where you found that. Was that at, did you find that in a local shop? You know, throw me a line, man. Throw me a bone on that. Then Demon Hunter, what's up, buddy? Saying hello to Greg from Paris. Canada to Paris, man. We're international today. Good stuff. Is Pikesville Rye the real deal? Often hear about that one. Yeah, Pikesville Rye is really good. I mean, it's a good mid-shelf rye, no doubt. About $40-50 US. I can't imagine what it's going to cost you in France. But I think it's it's one of the higher quality mid-shelf ryes for sure. I'm not sure how it stacks up to this Willett 4-year, but I can't imagine you'll find the Willett 4-year anywhere over there anyways. So if you got the funds, you can't go wrong with the Pikesville, man. I think I gave that a 4 out of 5 when I reviewed it. That's a seriously good whiskey, man. Check it out if you can. Check it out. Oh, nice. That's right. I'm assuming you probably got some bottles of this open, my friend. Good deal. Whiskey Ace is a big fan of the rye. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Need drams tonight to Too Slow. Peter White. Hello, my friend. Good to see you on another Tuesday. Surrounded by Alberta Premium Cask Strength. No excuses. Awesome, man. All right. Our good friend Too Slow. He's got the lag 16 in the glass. Oh, he just killed it. Nice. Uh-oh. Damn, Ace. I did not know this. I got some shopping to do. You know, I remember last year, it was right around this time that started showing up here. I'm also on the hunt for the new cask strength, which I haven't seen yet. Oh boy, I got some work to do this week. I got to get my hands on that Carchis. Peter White, Michter's rye. Oh, the barrel strength rye. Oh yeah, that's a delicious pour. That is a delicious pour. All right, y'all, we're caught up. Let's get into this. So first one I'm going to try out here. Willett Family Estate, 4-year, 53.8%. If you didn't catch what the bottle looks like, this is what a bottle of the Willett Family Estate looks like. Really solid. I really like the presentation. As I said, these are, I don't know if they're released in batches every year. It's not easy to find. Oh, I mean, I know they're released in batches every year, but I don't know how many releases they do every year, to be more accurate. I actually have not, I very rarely see this. I found this at Total Wine in Jersey for about $70, which is a good price for this. I mean, it's Probably more expensive than you'd want to pay for a 4-year rye, but the Willett stuff is really good and you can never find it. So I had to take the opportunity. Cool. First pour, I'm going to actually do in the Willett tasting glass that I picked up at the Willett distillery. So this is going to be pretty cool. Ooh. Fruity. Wow, it smells warming as hell. The rye spice is pretty tame. You know, it's not jumping out. You're not getting those sharp, spicy notes on the nose. It's mostly like a nice, warm, creamy smell. When I'm thinking like vanilla, caramel, a little bit of spice in the background, and the fruit notes, apple, pear, cinnamon. It smells delicious. As I said, I've only had the 2 and the 3, both of which were really good. This one I'm just going to assume is going to be that much better. There is a slight kind of honey and grass note in it too. Really nice nose on these Willets. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I get it. It creeps up on you. When it initially hits your palate, it's like, I almost want to say it's something more akin to a Ballblair whiskey, a Ballblair scotch. It's got the bourbon notes, creamy, orange, slight citrus. But once you get into the development on this thing really comes to life, man. Wow. Heavy spice, oak. You get a bit of that oak char, dark caramel, slight sour, spicy, vibrant, youthful, but nicely rounded too. Finish is kind of maybe medium. Wow, it's good though. Yeah, that's delicious. I gotta get another sip of this. Yeah, you get a nice kind of, on the second sip, picking up more of the, like, there's a dark chocolate, like heavy caramel, maybe even like slightly brown sugar note going on in it. Maybe even molasses. It's got like a really strong viscous center, and then it's just like surrounded with this like vibrant popping spice. Yeah, that's good. Really good. I am already happy that I have a full bottle of this. Thank you for these samples, Daniel. You're a mensch. All right. We'll try all 3 of them, and then I'll go back and do water. I mean, I can't imagine I'm going to pick up too much variation just because they're, 4-year. They're all like, they're within like 2% ABV of each other. There's a little bit of a cherry thing going on too. All right, so let me just show you guys the color of this. Obviously, no color added to American whiskey like this. That is what a 4-year Willett is going to look like. Pretty nice, eh? We'll check out this one. This one is 55%. Let me catch up on the chat before we get into this one. What's going on? Yeah, man, Whiskey Ace. I gotta find that Carchus. Pronto, my friend, pronto. We don't have lot 40 cask strength in France. Man, we don't have it here either. I wish we did. I know when that 12-year and 11-year lot 40 cask strength came out in Canada, and I was watching people like Food Quig, Whiskey in the Six had it. A bunch of them folks had it, man. I was jealous because the lot 40 regular release you can get here in the States, which is, I really, really liked that the first time I had it. It's probably, I mean, it was only like a $25 bottle. I think it's went up quite a bit since then because I think the word is out on lot 40 in the States and the fans are after it. But I really, really enjoyed it. Would love to try the cask strength. Although I heard the third they have a third cask strength out now, which is NAS. Although, if any of you guys are subbed to Food Quig, he just reviewed it recently, and he was acting like it was the best of the bunch. You know, to each his own, I suppose. I'd love to try it, though. Love to try it. What's up, Mike? It is Willett night. Good to see you, man. You got some? Throw it in your glass. If not, just drink anything. It's Tuesday. Greg's got always nice to have a proper glass with your whiskey, right? Fetishism in whiskey. LOL, I like it. Yeah, man. When I went on the bourbon trail, like they are, you know how these gift shops are, right? If any of you guys have been, I mean, really anywhere that has a gift shop, it's the same on the whiskey. Like they brand everything. And so I didn't want to come back with a whole bunch of goofy stuff. So I just picked up a couple small things. I got a nice rocks glass from Wild Turkey. I got that Willett tasting glass, which you actually get for free. If I remember correctly, they give it to you just because when you do the tasting, they just let you keep the glass, which I thought was righteous. I got the one thing that it's kind of a bummer is the bottles. Like most of these gift shops don't have any rare bottles. And honestly, most of the hunting I did around Louisville, Kentucky for, rare bottles, having never been there before, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to run into a bunch of stuff. Didn't really find, maybe not even rare, but just stuff that was hard to find. Didn't have much luck. But at Wild Turkey, I did buy at an inflated price a bottle of Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, which is their single barrel, which is a barrel pick from Eddie Russell. So it's an Eddie Russell pick. He also did a pick of a rye, but I picked the bourbon instead. Haven't opened that one yet. It was like probably $30 more than what you would pay for a regular bottle of it. But I was like, come on, I'm at Wild Turkey. How am I not going to buy this? It's an Eddie Russell pick, for fuck's sake. So I did. Looking forward to getting to that. I mean, the Kentucky Spirit's not my favorite of their releases. I actually like of the core range stuff. The Rare Breed, I think, is a real winner, which I'll be reviewing soon, by the way, if you guys are interested in checking that out in a couple weeks. But really I like it enough. And I mean, come on, right? You're there once in your life, maybe. I'll pick up an Eddie Russell pick. Whiskey Ace is a fan of the 4-year. Good deal, good deal. I get it mixed with Weller. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you were talking about there. Weller is not an easy thing to find. Also something I don't really hunt for. I'm not a huge Weller fan. Sweetness is insinuated a little more more than the 2-3. Yeah, I think that I have to go back and look at my review of it, but I think you're probably right, Ace. And that's just I would assume because it's just the barrel influence, At that 2-year, you were just getting so much youthful spirit. This is tamed down a bit. But I tell you, it drinks like older than a 4-year whiskey for sure. Like this could pass for 5-6 years at least, maybe even more. If you poured it blind, I wouldn't guess 4 years old. Daniel's a huge fan of this one. Yeah, for sure. Is the Bullet Rye so bad, anyone? Heard terrible reviews about it, but it is cheap around here. I mean, it's not anything remarkable. I would get the Pikesville over the Bullet unless the price is so extreme. It's not worth. I mean, it's worth trying. I don't know how much rye you get access to, Greg, in Paris, but if it's if you're just trying to get into rye, Bullet's not a bad place to start. I don't know how much the mash bill is on that of rye. So like bourbon in the States where it has to be 51% corn, a rye's got to be 51% rye. And so you get a lot of them that are like 70%, and then they're like 20% corn and a little bit of barley mixed in, or 100% rye in some cases, like the Lot 40. Yep, 4-year indeed, my friend. Friend of the show, Daniel, sent me a few samples, and I just happened to have found a bottle recently, so I'm just living the dream here in Willett 4-year whiskeys, y'all. All right, I'm going to get into this 50%er right here, or the 55%. I've got the 4-year Willett Polony Peat Wheat going on. Ooh, that sounds delicious. That sounds really good. Yeah. I gotta say hi real quick to the Beer Hound is in the house. What's up? Philly to California. How are you? Mark's not had any Bullet products. All right. I'll catch up with you guys in a second. Second Willett going down. This is the 55%, so we're going up 1.2% ABV. See if there's any difference. God damn, that's good. Nose is about the same. Palate is similar to, not surprising. I actually kind of like this one better. It's a bit sweeter. That kind of apple, juicy fruit note is coming through a bit more. Cinnamon red hots. Honey. This one is, it's actually, I'll be honest with you, it actually might be quite different. Where the first one had a much punchier, spicy kind of development finish, this one's even more rounded. Getting a bit of that dill mint thing at the end. Wow, I actually didn't expect this much variation. Although I got to account for the fact that like my palate just, might have adjusted a little bit too. That is good. Wow. I see you, Willett Rye. You're good. Man, cherry. Dark, like black cherry. Finish is longer on this one, too. It's hanging on a bit longer. Yeah, so far I think the 55%er is the winner for me. Let's try out the 55.8. This is what the 55.8 looks like. Again, it's probably the colors are really no difference, but it is a nice looking rye. Not much difference on the nose. This one almost has a bit of a, yeah, again, it's kind of those same things. That kind of dark cherry thing is coming through, cinnamon, the apple. Spice is still pretty tame. Bit of vanilla, bit of caramel. Smells good. I'm going to clean the palate one more time here before we get into this one. All right, 55.8%. Sticky. Ooh. Fruit note, man, that fresh fruit, that juicy berry cherry thing just popping through even more on this. This one is obviously much closer in style to the 55. The dark cherry thing is bigger on this. It's dark chocolate. It's like sticky dark chocolate. That's hanging on this one. I want to say the like bourbon oak barrel influence is actually the strongest on this 55.8%. Spice is there. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. Bit drying, man. That is seriously good. It's incredible what 4 years in a 4 years can do. Incredible what 4 years. I'm going back to YouTube because it's easier to follow the chat on here. All three of these are delicious. I think I'm tending to like the 55%er the most. I think it's just a little bit I like that cool mint thing you get at the end. I'm not getting that as much on the. I didn't get it much at all on the 53 one, but yeah, this is fun. I'm definitely going to pour a little bit of water in all of these just to give it a day in court. We'll just do like a half teaspoon maybe in my very scientific measuring bottle. These are all quite good though. I'll tell you this. I think the thing that's just going to stop you on this is the price. So this is that 53.8. More spice now with the addition of water. There's like a char note in the back, like the smell that like you get after you've grilled something or something like that. Almost like a slight mesquite sweet spice. Apple cinnamon. A lot more than this. Wow. This one is the most intense. The younger one is the most, or the lower ABV is the most intense, at least on my palate. Even after having a couple sips of these, that rye spice intensity is really, really coming through, even now on that 53.8%. Boom. This is a well put together whiskey. All right, before I lose it, this is the, wrong one. This is the 55. Nose is about the same. Again, spice comes through more. It breaks down, the water breaks down a bit of the hold that barrel influence. The caramel, the vanilla really kind of opens this up, gets the spices out. I think the thing surprising me the most here is the difference in barrel influence is what it seems like to me. Between, which I guess makes sense, but like we're literally talking about a range of 2% ABV. I feel like you can tell the 55 and the 55.8. They're more rounded. They're creamier. They're not as, the rye spice is not as vibrant on the palate. It's like, for lack of a better word, more harmonious. I didn't expect that. Really good though. I'll get to that one in a second. I'm gonna take a little break. Let me catch up in the chat. I'm probably way behind. Yeah, I'm definitely way behind. Peter White, Mark Stengel. Ooh, 56.9. Yeah, so Richie, that must be one that came out relatively recently too. This is the one that I just got. This is 56.4. So this one's actually going to come in as more than any of these. Again, I'm not sure. Does anybody know, like, if they do more than one release a year, or is it just kind of like a one and done? Yeah, nice. Folks saying hi to each other, some chatter about, man, I'm going to tell you something about Lagunitas. Even the regular IPA, I know it's a little bit high ABV. Was it like 7%? Man, but there's something about that beer. I have 2 of those and I am just like blasted. I don't know why. There's other beers, even at that same ABV, I can drink 3 or 4 before I'm like, okay. There's something about Lagunitas IPA. The Maximus, though, yeah, that's dangerous. What is that one, like 9 or 10? That's heavy beer. Yeah, man. You've been getting some good stuff, though, Mark. Mark's been chatting with us for a couple months. I think the first chat you were here was on your birthday. You had a Chivas 18. Now you got some Old Forester Prohibition Edition bourbon in your cabinet. 4 Roses small batch, man. You're getting all the classics. Good stuff. Oh, it's fun, eh? I hope you're enjoying it. Assuming you are. You've been back a couple times. So, as always, Mark, good to have you in the house. Oh, interesting. So that finish is different than the finish they normally were doing it with the Lot 40 cask strength. I'm ignorant about it, so I just know that they did a 12 and an 11 year, and I wanted both and couldn't get it. Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, that's a funky transition for sure. For sure. I just bought 2 Waterford Lismore Diamond Crystal Old Fashioned glass. Ooh, beautiful, man. Really nice. That's a classy way to drink it. Also consider getting yourself some Glencairn glasses, especially if you're like learning, still working on like nosing and all of that. These glasses are really good for that, but those sound like beautiful sipping glasses for sure, man. Lot 40 and 29 Dusty Super Oaky on 2 previous ones. Oh man, you get those around your part, huh? Man, I really wish we could get our hands on that stuff. Yeah, for sure, buddy. I'm thinking it'll probably be tasty. No, I haven't, man, Mike, but I really want to. I haven't seen it anywhere, but it seems like it's been out for a while. Yeah, they just did it's like a barrel strength Wild Turkey rye. I wasn't a huge fan of Wild Turkey's 101 rye, but I like the Russell's Reserve single barrel rye, which I think, was it French that was drinking on that? I really enjoyed that one. Let's see what else is going on. Thanks, man. Yeah, I got an old like 1977 Sansui tuner. It's not on though. I should turn it on. It's got a nice indigo background. I love that thing. They got great sound too. I'm not an audiophile or anything like that, but I've been trying to learn a little bit more about it. I love the look. I'm big on vinyl too. I got a nice vinyl collection, so I like to, spin the records. It's chill. Thanks, man. What else is going on? There's my boy Daniel. Is the bottle that it's been open the longest for your samples, and it's the most different of me. It's amazing how different they are. Yeah, I'm noticing the same thing, man. Thank you so much for sending me a couple of these. This has been so much fun just tasting them. I'm going to do the 55.8 right now. Wow. It's amazing. I think the biggest difference I noticed is, again, on the development of it. Like right after you get it out of your mouth for a few seconds, where the lower ABV one, it's just more, it pops with the spice more. The other two are a little bit more rounded. Not saying either is a good or bad thing. It's just different. But I really appreciate you sharing these again, Daniel, man. Thank you so much. This is super cool. Appreciate you, buddy. Oh, I mean, the Michter's barrel proof, that one is so, I think that the barrel influence on that is incredibly noticeable. It's delicious. It's not as hot as you would expect for a barrel proof. I remember it being like really creamy. The spice plays, I think, second fiddle to just the like dark chocolate, caramel, vanilla, kind of classic bourbon notes, but it just gives it this nice like undertone of spice, long finish, freaking delicious, man. Those are hard to get, but that is a really good bottle. Yeah, Mark's right. Michter's ain't cheap, period. And especially when you're looking at those 10 years with the barrel proofs, those are hard to get. Oh man, $60. Winner right there, man. Prices are all across the board on this. I've seen these upwards of $200 at places. Like, are you kidding me? This is not a $200 whiskey. I was lucky to get it at, what did I say? It was like 70. I was lucky to get it at that. What else is going on? This is why the biggest collection I have from a single distillery is Willett. It's all the same product but different. I love these bottles. Yeah. Have you ever had any of the older stuff? Those like 8-year, 12-year, 13 years. I think those are like MGP distillate. I would love to hear about that if you have. But man, no, you're making me actually want to pick up a couple more of these when I see them. You know, like, and maybe save some to compare, because this has been a lot of fun. Yeah, big time. Deceptively so. I guess you wouldn't expect like the level of viscosity. I mean, it's cask strength, so maybe, but I just don't feel like you would expect it that much from something that's really is kind of young. I mean, ryes tend to be more, what do you want to call, mature at a younger age than like bourbon per se. That's not a scientific statement, but it's just what I noticed. I tend to find that like younger ryes seem to check all the boxes a bit more, but yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Rob's in the house. What's up, buddy? It's been a while. How are you, man? Hope you're doing well, Rob. Rob's a good friend of the show. Always love chatting whiskey with you, Rob. Hope you're well. I know I've been seeing you on Instagram every once in a while. If any of you guys are into that, I made an Instagram post or page. I'm not probably doing it right, but I'm sharing some stuff here and there. You know, it's just another way to engage and talk whiskey with y'all, so it's fun. Wow, that's really great prices, man. But you're in, yeah, man, Texas, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, they're a bit more here. Although our boy Mike is seeing them for $60, which is a pretty good price. All right, so let me just give you my final wrap-up thoughts of these. The nose on all three of these is like understated in a good way, if you know what I mean. Like, you can tell that there's stuff there, but it's just so well balanced that it's not loud and in your face. Palate development, all of them are really full flavor, nice mouth coat. Big differences between the three, specifically between the 55-year or the 55 ABV and the 53.8. Finish on these is probably medium. I don't know how much more you can expect out of a 4-year whiskey, but it holds its own for a 4-year. These are good whiskeys, straight up. If you're a rye fan, these are whiskeys you got to have. There's nothing like earth-shattering about them. They're just solid, well put together, really tasty stuff. The only thing that's going to hold you back is the price. So like if you were, you know, for me, I like to include price in the reviews because honestly, you know, oftentimes when I'm at the shop, it's a trade-off question. Do I get this or this? What's going to give me the best bang for my buck? And so that's why I include it. And I'm upfront about that. So if I saw this for $75, $80 versus a Pikesville for $50, it's like now having both, maybe I'd still grab the Pikesville just because I think the difference isn't as significant that like the $30 in your pocket isn't going that much further. But if you can get this Willett at a good price, like our boy Daniel here, who provided these samples, who's finding this in that like 50 range, that is a great price. I would even say $60 for this is probably righteous. But man, if you see this on secondary market, people trying to flip these for like $100, $120, like walk away, man. It's not worth it. Don't be fooled by that. That's my dumb 2 cents on it. Thanks again to Daniel for sending these samples. This has been a lot of fun. Appreciate it. It is 8:30, so let me just give you a quick rundown of what is going on here on Tuesday Booze Day. So we're going to get into our friend, the Glen Scotia, shortly. See how that thing is doing after another week. I have lost track of how many weeks that thing has been open, but I think it's 11 weeks now. We'll see if there's any difference. In the meantime, I will also mention that on the show tonight with Telex, we are finally at the point where we're going to be doing joint review. He's got me some samples of things he's going to be reviewing this week. We're going to be talking about the Arran 21. And we're hoping to keep this going, sharing samples. He's mailed me a bunch. I've mailed him a bunch of stuff that we haven't had. We're going to do some joint tasting, share our thoughts on some whiskey at the same time, which we've yet to do, despite been doing this for a couple months. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys can join us. As always, once Telex's show is up and running, I will pop the link in the chat and you guys can join, and it should be a good time. All right. With that, Mr. Cloudy, our friend the Glen Scotia. Here's how this bad boy's looking after a couple months being open. Still holding true to its name as a cloudy-ass whiskey. This is how much I've drank. I've done nothing to this since then. I know some folks have mentioned throwing it in the fridge. I'll probably do something eventually. I've just been forgetting about it. There's that smell we all know and love. In the glass. Here's one more look. If you guys don't know the story about this yet, the last couple of months, we've been talking about this funky bottle because it's got a note that I cannot understand. I've talked to the people who sold it to me. I've interviewed Glen Scotia about it. I just have this bottle now. It's just going to be a thing I own. It's just going to be a thing we talk about every week until it's gone. I'm going to get samples to some people really soon. We'll figure it out. I keep saying this. I know I'm procrastinating, but we'll figure out a way to randomly sample or raffle off some of these samples or something like that. I don't know. I'll throw everybody's name in a randomizer, and whoever wants one, if their name lands on it, I'll get it to them. But some other people are going to have to try this because, God, it smells like fish. This thing is so weird. Again, I just don't know. I don't know if this bottle was messed up by our good friends at the company I bought it from. If this is just the style of a Glen Scotia hand-filled bottle from the distillery, single cask, who knows? We'll figure something out. Let's say hi to everybody now. What's going on? Thank you, Daniel, man. Appreciate you. Really enjoyed the samples you've sent. I have not got into it. There's a couple more Balcones I've not got into yet. Planning on trying those really soon. Thanks for that. Mr. Cloudy. You bet, Richie. You can't go a week without talking about Mr. Cloudy. What would that be? This whiskey is like the bane of my existence now. I've gotten over it though. I paid over $130 for this. Maybe it was like more than that. It was 140. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it smells like a live well. It's just, I don't know, man. There's something wrong. I haven't gone blind yet, so we're in good shape. But what is up with this whiskey, man? This stuff is crazy. I'm telling you, mark my words. I'm going to send this to somebody, and they're going to be like, dude, what are you talking about? That's clearly this note. And I'm like, what? But I have a hunch, actually. I'll be honest with you. I have a hunch that once you guys try this, some of y'all are going to validate me on this. That is, again, beneath it. I've told you before, the nose on this screws you up. Beneath it, though, the palate, delicious. And then the finish, again, it comes back around. Oh, Whiskey Ace. God, that palate is good. So sticky, so delicious. But then, as it goes away, that crazy note returns. Cramping my style. It's like chewed vitamins. It's like children's vitamins that you've chewed up. Chalky shoe polish. Sharp chalkiness. I don't even know how to explain this. It's so weird. Is right, my friend. Raffle. Daniel's laughing. You guys are too funny. Ben Demon Hunter raises his hand. Oh, man. You guys are the best, man. This is too funny. I know, right? I totally agree with you. Like, the fact that I literally got to talk to the guys from Glen Scotia, like, it was super cool. You know? I never would have expected such a thing to happen. They were really nice. You know, they were like, there's probably something maybe wrong with that whiskey. You know, I get it. They don't want me on here every week. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Like, I mean, I do this mostly for fun. It's about the community. I'm not trying to be some professional, polished whiskey reviewer or anything like that. And like, I don't have 1,000 subscribers or anything, but like, they clearly thought I had enough that this is something they needed to deal with. So, hey, credit where credit is due. They took us seriously, y'all. And again, I wouldn't have done it with it if you guys didn't mention it. I didn't even think about it. I had been resigned to this. I had written to the guys that sold it to me. I was just like, fuck it. This is just what it is. It's just a weird bottle. So really, I have you all to thank for the fact that this even, the interview happened. If you guys haven't seen it, I posted it a couple weeks ago on the channel. If you'll go back and check it out. I was pretty nervous, I'm not going to lie. But it was cool. They were really good guys. It was their brand ambassador and their master distiller. And, you know, I never would have thought that experience would have happened. And it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have been here every week chatting with y'all. And you guys would be like, dude, just write them. What are you doing? Why are you waiting? Just write them and ask them what's up with this whiskey. So thanks you guys for pushing me on that. I appreciate it. Let's launch it. Peter White just picked up the new relaunched Arran 18. Nice. All in, huh? Yeah. Have you guys seen the new Arran marketing? I like it. I think it looks really good. With so many distilleries doing questionable marketing changes, Paul Blair, hint, hint, I really, really thought the Arran stuff looked really good. And I have a bottle of the Arran quarter cask on its way from England as we speak. So I'll be really excited to try that. And for you guys who are going to hang out and keep the whiskey chat going here on a Tuesday, Telex will show you what the new bottle looks like because he's got a bottle of the 21. So we'll check it out. I really like this, but it's so bad at the same time. That note just ruins it. But man, I'll tell you this. For the first time in a few weeks, it has subdued a bit. It has subdued. But it could just be because I just drank 3 samples of Willett rye, and I'm just not picking it up as much. Because the palate on this is delicious. It's like, if you just could get this weird note out of the way, you would just be like, man, this is an incredibly good whiskey. Oh, well, we'll put a little bit of water on this. All right. I watched the live stream when you first opened it, and there seemed to be only a thin paper seal on top that didn't even totally cover that. Yeah, that's right. So, and to Glen Scotia's credit, I'll explain in a second. So you see this ribbon here. This was the only thing on top. They didn't have like a plastic wrapping around it, whatever. So the guy at Glen Scotia, and I think he says it in the interview, was like, we're, looking into. So first of all, let's just be 100% clear and fair to Glen Scotia. He said, these bottles are not supposed to be sold outside of the distillery. It's a distillery hand-filled bottle. Like, somebody signs it. You go to the distillery, you do the tour, you buy a bottle, you walk out with this. Like, that's the setup. This company that I got it from was selling this. And so, of course, it doesn't have like the wrapping on it like you would get, you buy a whiskey somewhere, anywhere else. But like they said, the master distiller said that like, they're looking into figuring out a better way to wrap these, which was cool. But yeah, it's wild. Oh, man. Yeah, right. This whiskey's going to be amazing when there's like 2 drops left. Did you guys see Dewar's Double 32-year-old 2020 winner? And it's a blend. No, I haven't. 32 years old Dewar's. Wow, interesting. No, I have not seen that. Another distillery I haven't tried. Yeah, right. Like I've had one Arran ever, and that's the Moore, which is one of their like heavily peated. Not bad. It's just not smoky. This 21, this one I'm interested in. I've never had anything like any of these before. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is good to hear. Yeah, I'm actually not super familiar with any of these, so yeah, I mean, why not, right? It's probably going to grow legs and walk out of my house, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. Who knows what's going to happen? The interview with Glen Scotia was great. You need to get a shady hand-filled bottle of Lefroy. Oh man. Yeah, you guys, let's be on the hunt for like the cloudiest whiskeys ever. Because I think we've proven one thing through this. Distilleries, well, they'll take you seriously enough if you ask enough, if you're persistent and ask enough questions. I mean, I was talking to the folks at Glen Scotia for a couple of weeks before they were like, yeah, why don't you talk to our people? So no extra charge. Oh man, that's good. That's good. There you go. Ooh, man, you must get a lot of Arran stuff up in Canada. I've never had really any of those. That sounds good. Is that one finished? I'm assuming it is, or else maybe they just called it the 20. Brodick Bay. That sounds like a good one. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about it. Let me just do a quick check and see if we have heard from our comrade, Telex, the Whiskey Tech. Not yet. He should be ready in about 10 minutes. So normally he was doing his quick reviews prior to our show, but I think this week he's just going to be straight up hopping on. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'm really excited. We're going to be talking about this again. If you guys just joined, we're going to be doing our first little joint tasting review of Arran, 21 years old, on the Telex Malt Show. Should be a lot of fun. What else is going on? Man, this finish on, oh my God, it's still there. It's still there, y'all. I think I poured too much of it this week too. I might actually have to set this aside. Glen Scotia looks the way Ardbeg sounds. Oh, Daniel, dude, that's good. Yeah, man. I mean, as I've said for the record, like even before this all happened, I like Glen Scotia a lot. Their 15-year is a criminally good whiskey for the price here in the States. It was my whiskey of the year last year for the under $100 range. It's freaking awesome. Wise beyond its years, incredible value. You can find that sub $60 in the United States in some places, definitely sub $70. If you see a Glen Scotia 15, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. It is just a stellar whiskey. And I was saying that before I did my interview with them. I will say it now, and I will continue to say it because I really think it's a diamond in the rough. And in the whiskey world these days, the price is going up because of tariffs and demand. We're always on the lookout, y'all, for those good whiskeys that are coming in at a fair price, Everybody loves when they hit the jackpot on a whiskey. Let me tell you, Glen Scotia 15 is one of those. Keep your eyes peeled for it if you have not had it. You will not be disappointed. If you see a Glen Scotia hand-filled on the market, think twice. Man, I'll tell you though, after how many weeks? This has been the better pour that I've had of this than I've had in previous weeks. This is how far we are down in it again. This has been a better pour of it. And that note is still there. It's still kind of throwing everything off, but it's good. It's, again, the palate on this, as I've always said, really, really good. Yeah, me too, man. Like I probably know about as much about Arran as y'all. I had the Macramore. I think I reviewed that maybe a month ago. It was cask strength, natural color, non-chill. It wasn't very smoky, but it was heavily peated. A lot of like melon, ripe fruit notes. It reminded me of a Kalila. Pretty good. I don't know if it's worth the price, depending on what you pay for it around your parts, but I like that. I don't know anything else about Arran. I've really not had a lot of their whiskeys. So this is going to be obviously quite an introduction because I have a 21-year-old Arran sitting in front of me. Like, holy shit, right? Didn't expect that. So this will be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to trying it. So this will be cool. Yeah, I have. You know what? I'll put a little bit of water on right now. What the hell? It doesn't take anything off that funky note. That's for sure. Yeah, it's still there. I'm telling you, man, it's the weirdest thing. It just doesn't seem like it should be in a whiskey. I haven't had 1,000 whiskeys in my life, but I've had a couple. I've had a couple. I know enough to know that this is way out in left field, and it's still there. Again, if this is just the style, that's one thing. I just don't know that it's the style. I've had a bunch of Glen Scotia. None of it has this note. And I just can't imagine that this would be a note that was like prominent in what they sell. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I really enjoyed these Willett samples. I'm glad I got to talk a little bit about Willett with y'all and share this with you. Thanks for everybody who was sharing their feelings about the Willett, what they've had. Again, cheers to Daniel. It's been cool. Ooh, Kildonan. Oh, wow. Are those some like NAS expressions? No, I'm not familiar with any of those. They're just not, like, Arran is one of those distilleries where like you got to order it online. I don't walk into the shop and see a lot of Arran. Greg's Whiskey Guides heading out of the house. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for hanging out. It's always good when you're in the chat, my friend. Take good care. Eric, have you had the Tomatin Kubakken? It's their P line. I have not. Is it worth it? Tomatin is one of those distilleries where you can really get a lot of their like heavily aged stuff at good prices, which I think has always kind of scared me a little bit. Like you see their 18-year-old for like $80, and I'm always like, They have a just incredible range of finished whiskeys. Like anything you can imagine being finished in, there's probably a Tomatin version of it. Same with like Glenmorangie. They got a whole bunch of them too. So no, I haven't had that one yet, but I'm definitely interested if it's worth it. Not that I think Tomatin is bad. I've just not had a lot. I've had the 12, which I thought was solid. So I'm definitely interested for sure. Ben Demon Hunter says Kubak, and I keep sleeping on that one, which I do really want to pick up. Yeah. I'm interested in it too, man. Like I think it sounds good. I mean, it's a peated whiskey, right? I'm all about the peated whiskey, so definitely interested in trying new peated stuff whenever I get the opportunity. No doubt about it. We are hitting that 9 o'clock hour, so I'm just doing a quick check here on my email. I have not heard from our good comrade Telex. So once I do, I will throw the link in the chat for you guys. As I mentioned, and first of all, just thank you all for like the support, both on this little Tuesday live stream. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy it because you guys are all here chatting whiskey, and we get to have a lot of fun. But also for like supporting Telex and hanging out on our whiskey reviews, and it's just a really great time. And like this is all about community. It's a lot of fun, and so we've been talking for some time now on this show about how we're eventually going to like try some whiskeys together and so on and so forth. And like, obviously the coronavirus insanity that we live in has limited our, justifiably so, in my opinion, willingness to take a lot of risks, standing in post offices or whatever. But, we're fortunate that the places that we're in right now have chilled out a little bit on this. And so we are doing a big sample swap. He sent a package to me. I got one going to him soon. So we're going to have, for the next couple of weeks, our goal is to be reviewing, tasting a whiskey together each week. And so it should add a little bit extra fun to the show. I hope you guys are all down to join us tonight for the inaugural version of this. We're going to get into the Arran Arran 21, which is like going to be amazing because I've never had an Arran whiskey other than the Macromort. I don't think this one is peated, but Telex is going to give us the rundown. Yeah, so the verdict on this is the added water has not really done much. This Glen Scotia is just what this Glen Scotia is. Oh, he is doing a short review. Okay, so he's reviewing the Arran 21 as we speak. So we'll be hopping over there in a few minutes. I'll be curious to hear what he thinks about it. In the meantime, hey, Bourbon Bounty's in the house. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Cheers. If y'all haven't checked his channel out yet and you are into bourbons, take a sec. Subscribe to the Bourbon Bounty. He's doing really cool reviews. He's got a cool like VR 180 camera thing that he does for his reviews. It's pretty sweet. Check it out. He's got really good takes on bourbon. I'm not sure if you've been doing Scotch or anything like that, but if you're a bourbon fan, do go check it out. Oh, really? Who else is? Oh, I know. There's one other one tonight. I know Swami might have went live, but we'll be heading over to hang out with Telex. Like I said, in about 10 minutes or so, I'll drop the link in here if you guys need it. Thanks for swinging by, man. Hope you're well. Sláinte. Oh, Too Slow's up in Canada too. All right. Oh, I see. I got you. I'm just swimming in the bourbon lane. Nice, man. Earlier today, maybe, I don't know if you're a fan of rye at all, but we were checking out Willett 4-year rye. We were sipping some of that stuff. Oh, My Bourbon Journey's live too. Wow, man. What's everybody doing trying to jump in on our Tuesday? Good, man. The more the merrier. Options. Well, I appreciate the time any of you guys spend on this because this is always a really, really great time. So Bourbon Bounty said he has done rye before. Swami, Whiskey Chug, Bourbon Junkies, telling. Man, Tuesday's the night, I guess, right? You heard it here first. Don't forget that. You heard it here first. All right, I got to get a little bit of something more in the glass. I'm going to put some more of this Willett rye in the glass while we await Telex the Whiskey Text live video stream. I think he's doing his review as we speak. We will be checking out that Arran 21. Yeah, I hope you're doing well too, man. Thanks for swinging by. Do not go live on Tuesday. Yeah. Apparently Tuesday is where it's at. Richie said, start up a Patreon if you haven't. Yeah, I could probably do that. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Is that something I should do? I mean, I would, of course, love any support that I get. I've not actually thought about it. Maybe I will. Thanks for the idea, Richie. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you swinging by too, man. It's always good chatting whiskey with you. Yeah, it would be cool. You know, anything to help bolster things up, and if there's if it helps me get some fun bottles to check out, I'd be totally down with that. Nice. Yeah, store picks, man. It's the way to go on those. Store picks are definitely the way to go on those. The Arran score is higher than the 21 on Whiskey Base. Oh, really? I did not know that. I'm going to have to check out. Yeah, I'm wondering if they do a different finish on it or something like that. Telex might know. We'll hear a little bit about it. And I pay one of those channels every month that's live on Tuesday and spend it there. Do it, he says. Start a Patreon. I'd switch a couple over to you. Oh, man. You guys are the best, man. I appreciate that. I'll look into it, y'all. I'll look into it. Just means that there's a lot of stellar high-quality whiskey content. Yeah, totally. If you do Patreon, you need unique content and or merch for subs. Yeah, that's what I'll have to think about because, like, you know, I keep this pretty... you know, my goal has always just been to like be consistent, community-based, and like not pretentious. You know, I learn as much from y'all as y'all, you know, maybe learn from me. I'm like, I don't try to act like I'm some professional. I like to learn things with everybody. So, you know, I appreciate that, man. Thanks you guys for the encouragement. Maybe I'll check it out. Even Andrew said he'd be in. All right, man. I hear you. I hear you. I'll check it out. I'll have to think about merch. I don't know. I mean, I switched the logo a while ago just to make it more of a whiskey-centric video, whiskey-centric content, because I know I had talked about doing horror movies and stuff too. Maybe I could do some coins or something. I think the logo I designed might look pretty good on a coin. This is one from my good friend Alan, the whiskey friend. Yeah, maybe I could look at that. I don't know. I've never really thought about merch, any of that shit. Coins would be fun though, right? Coins would be fun. I'll check it out. I appreciate you guys. Troopers in the house. What's up, buddy? I'm glad to hear that, my friend, because I have a bottle of the Arran Quarter Cask en route to my front door as we speak. I am really excited to try that one. That's freaking awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I saw a quarter cask and I was all in right away, and it was at a good price. I'm excited for that one. Mike. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's so cool, man. I you know, y'all are the best, man. Keep this interesting, man. I look forward to every Tuesday just because I'm like, I get to just shoot the shit about whiskey with you guys, man. This is what makes it fun. Right on. Yeah, maybe I could do it without merch. I don't know. I'll definitely look into it. Yeah, coins. Oh, you're in Colorado. Oh, okay. My bad. For some reason, I thought you were in Canada. What's the whiskey scene like in Colorado? You drink any of that Breckenridge stuff? Bourbon Bounty's done some research. You know what's up, man. All right. Yeah, well, you know, we'll check it out. I will have a video link for us really soon because Telex is just wrapping up. As I said, man, we're taking our little thing to the next phase. We're finally going to get to the point where we're tasting the same whiskeys at the same time while we're chatting on the channel. So now we're doing Arran 21. Which, by the way, it would be smart for me I'm going to crack this now and get this resting in the glass because, come on, man, it's a 21-year-old whiskey. We got to treat it with some respect, right? I won't nose it or nothing like that. I'm just going to put this in. I'll use my good boy Alan's coin, put that on top of there. There we go. We'll get that 21 resting. Has anybody had the 291 rye from Colorado? I haven't. The only thing I've had is the Stranahan's Diamond Peak, which didn't wow me. I don't know what the 291 is, though, but I'd be definitely interested. Peter White said, neck pour is amazing on the Arran. Won't last long. Good. That's a good thing, man. That is a good thing. Man, Breckenridge is another example. And Bourbon Bounty, you might actually probably have more insight into this than I am. Breckenridge has a ton of finished stuff. They got like different sherry finishes. I think they have a port finish. They got a lot of different stuff. I've not really messed around with much of their whiskey. I had their straight up regular bourbon and I wasn't a huge fan of. But I know that they do a whole bunch of finishes. So that's cool to hear. But I'd love to hear, man, Too Slow, if you have any recommendations in our closing minutes here on the happy hour of Colorado whiskeys that you highly recommend that we get involved in, let me know. I'll definitely be interested in it. I like their stuff for the most part. They have a lot of good, or not that I like their stuff. I like what they're doing. I've just never tried any of it. Man, we're seeing a lot of hype for this Arran. That's good to know. I'm really excited about the Arran, the quarter cask, which actually isn't available in the States, at least as far as I've seen. I've actually been having to look for it in other places. Cool. So our comrade will be ready shortly. Yeah, tin cup. Okay. Good deal. I don't really get into the finish. It taints the bourbon notes I look for. Oh, you like the straight up bourbon? Okay. That's fair. That's totally fair. Bothy is, the Bothy's accused. So I don't know if they're still calling it the Bothy or not, but I know that they were like, I knew that I've had people recommend the Bothy basically as like one of the better Arrans. So I'll be like interested in checking that out. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I've ever seen one in a shop. I've only been able to find them online. They've either only been online or I'm still really loving this Willett. It's only been online. And this quarter cask one, which has got their new branding, I actually had to get over in the UK. But I had a lot of people tell me, you got to get your hands on this. You got to get your hands on this. It's great. It's like 56%. So it should be a really good pour. Ooh, yeah, maybe Trooper knows the answer to that one. 14 is their flagship bottle, but I haven't tried it yet. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Peter White's finding that at a decent price. Bothy QC. Good deal. All right, y'all. Our good friend Telex is live. We will be hanging out soon. Check the... Thanks, Bothy Ralphie. Yeah, totally. Check the chat. I just dropped the link in. If you guys want to head over and continue our whiskey chat over in on Telex's channel, we're going to be checking out the Arran 21. This is going to be a lot of fun. And with that, thanks everybody for swinging by. It's been fun chatting. Let's go drink some Arran. Catch you next week, y'all. Sancha.